Hey everybody, my name is Rydo, and the Whispers of the Old Gods expansion is out. I just opened 100 packs of Whispers of the Old Gods, so check out that video. And that has gotten me a lot of new cards, and so now it is time to rebuild decks for every single character, which is interesting because with the new expansion, we also now have standard and wild play. So you can see almost every single deck I have here has this little green on here. That means it has a banned card set. Probably Goblins versus Gnomes, maybe even Curse of Nexramus in a few of them. So only my custom hunter here could actually be played in standard play. But that's alright, everything is going away now. We are going to make a standard Whispers of the Old Gods custom deck. So over here on the left, I am using Hearthstone Deck Tracker to show you what my Druid deck was before. We're going to make a new Druid now, and here if I wanted to switch it to Wild, I could do that, but I'm doing Standard right now. So choose that, Druid. So I could, with the new update here, make Classic Druid. I'm only missing 3 of that pre-made recipe, or I could make the Ancient Gods, that pre-made recipe, or I could do that. Let's see. If you click on these, it even shows you what those cards would be. So if you just have no idea of what you're going to do, you could even do overwhelming numbers, but I'm missing too many. They won't suggest it to you until you have that. But that's not what we're going to be doing, because this may help you get up the ranks to rank 20 or maybe even a little bit higher, but it's certainly not going to get you to that legendary 1 ranking. You're going to have to go on your own, and I want to go on my own anyways and look at these cards and see what we've got. I so far haven't thought of the strategy, but I imagine for the Druid it's going to probably center somewhat around this card, depending on one question. This card. I only have one of these. It's spend all your mana, gain +1/+1 for each mana. So I want this in my deck. Unfortunately, I only have one. I wish I had some more dust so I could make another one. That was actually rather one. But with this one card, and then these 2 for 0, that would give you 5 mana on the first turn. You play this, this gives you +4/+4. You have a 5/5 on the first turn. That's a great strategy to begin with. I had seen this card before. There are several cards. There's about 1 card like this that spends all your mana in every character's, every specific character class's collection. Not all of them. I guess it would be silly to jump to the forward, so let's look at all these cards. Give your hero +2 attack and +2 armor. I don't think we need that. Deal 2 damage or summon 2 saplings. These choose 1 cards, I will put them in my deck because there's a character that will give you something. I'll take this that gives you a mana crystal on the second turn. That might be helpful. Choose 1. I'll take these Raven Idols. Choose 1. Choose a 2/2/2 beast and draw a card. I think I'll take this one instead, and I'll take this, and then after you summon a minion, give it +1/+1. I don't know if I want to do that. Let's see. I like these choose 1 options. This is an interesting one because this is either gonna, there's a card that takes your choose 1 cards and does both of them, and that would make great sense except for in this example, because if it transforms you into a 5/2 minion or a 2/5 minion, do you get a 5/2 and a 2/5 minion, or do you end up with a 5/5 minion, or do you end up with a 2/2 minion? Ooh, that's an interesting one. We're gonna have to figure that one out. I wonder if I even have the card that I need to activate it, though. So I'm building a deck here that I may end up getting rid of getting rid of a bunch of it anyways. Savage Roar is still playable. I would definitely want that in my field. Gain 10 mana crystals, discard your hand. Interesting. This card wouldn't really help much with this guy. What is it called? The Forbidden Ancient. Spend all your mana, gain +1/+1. You can't do this and that. At least not without Real Truth. Here we go, we've got it. Your choose one cards have both effects combined. So that's the one for all the other choose one options. That's what we want. I will do this. This is one of the cards that was nerfed recently, but that's fine. I'm not going to play anything that is Cthulhu related. I don't feel like. Swipe. Choose one. How are we doing on the power curve? It's pretty good. I'd like a little bit better early game, but that's a nice little peak in the middle. Choose one, summon, gain +2 mana crystals, so draw 3 cards. Choose one, deal 5 damage or 2 damage to all enemies. I'll take that for sure. Choose one. Let's see, I'll get rid of Nourish and take this Ancient of War. And then, ooh, this is an interesting one too. I'll definitely want that in there. Who could we get rid of? Let's get rid of one swipe so I can have that. And then nothing else there. So that is my standard deck. Here, let's try it out with one game because I want to. Apparently you could convert it to wild by clicking this button. That'll be interesting, actually. You're in standard. What does this button do? That's back mode. Yeah. So let's play this. Custom Druid 2 needs to be renamed at some point. 2, but I'll just gonna play it on casual, get one game out here, and then see how that goes. And then I'm just gonna import it into my Hearthstone deck tracker app, so it will work with that, which is its own separate thing. I won't talk about how you do that, but it's difficult. So I'm gonna right now just keep using the deck. So any cards that happen to overlap with the Hearthstone deck tracker are going to get played and darkened out. For instance, this card was one that we already had. So I'm going to trade everything for that one starter, because there's really only one starter strategy I put in here. I don't know how many strategies these decks are really going to have. Ideally, I'd want a couple, like 3 or 4 first turn abilities. It doesn't usually matter that much. Let's see. This would give me a choose one, or this would just let me choose a minion. So I'll choose a minion. Discover a minion. Could be any minion whatsoever. And it was. So end the turn. Raven's Idol, not really a great card to play until we have that other guy. We really desperately need that other guy. Also, you can notice on the Hearthstone deck tracker there's a little present next to the Mukos Champion I just got because it was given to me as a reward instead of as a actual card I drew. Let's see. I'll take this guy, I guess. I think right now, as my strategy is built, I'm gonna end up using a lot of these cards, even though I would prefer not to. Deal 2 damage or summon 1/2/2 saplings. I think what I have to do is activate some traps.
Well played.
We'll give one of these guys plus 4 taunt, 4 health and taunt, not taunt. There. I have to admit, this strategy is kind of weak. It needs some tweaking. And throughout the season, I'm hopefully going to do more of that with cards. Because right now it's just like very silly. Alright. Do this.
Well played.
So he doesn't have explosive trap. He must have tripwire. Which means if I play a 4th character, I think it gets damaged. It's so strange, I have all these choose 1 things and nothing to really do with them. I need to play a decoy in my next turn. See, deal 2 damage or summon this 1/1 sapling, so I guess summon 2 1/1 saplings. I'll do this.
Well played.
This is strange.
That didn't quite hit the mark. Job done.
Like, all I would need is Savage Roar right now and I'd already win. I think most of that is due to this character just not being a very good player. I have no idea what his secret is at this point.
To my side.
Still can't attack. Look, he does. See, when you see a player that doesn't, let's just go ahead and squelch him, doesn't know what taunt is or isn't paying enough attention to see that taunt has been enabled. I'm just gonna go ahead and give myself
Elune, guide my lance.
And we're just gonna go ahead and hit this guy all in the face. I may not win on this turn, but I'm so far ahead. Nope, I won. Well, that was a rather disappointment test run for the disappointing test run there. But I can see at least the basics here. There's an overwhelming stuff, and now I'm accomplishing quests that that normally I would record on my own separate thing. So that's gonna be it for the standard play. What I'm gonna do is get that card deck in my Hearthstone deck tracker, and next video I put out will be a wild Druid deck, and we'll see what strategies we can do there, which obviously being the wild expansion, there is going to be a lot more things I can actually, a lot more cards, about twice as many cards as best I can figure. So I bet we can find a crazier combination. And that's kind of what they wanted. Standard was supposed to be some very basic strategies that were going to just be solid and work all the time. And then Wild is going to be some crazy strategies that might get you a victory on the second or third turn, but only in very rare situations or if you play perfectly. Anywho, that's it for this recording. I will have the next one up in a few minutes. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All that helps out. If you want to support me, you can click on my name, Rydo. On the right is a blue button that says support this channel. Click it, make a donation. And if you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.